Look, it's 2021, and by this time, most of us have heard about the company OnePlus. Yes, it was the one who used to make flagship killers providing insane value for money, but it seems that they are a bit confused and are gradually losing their existence. So, this video is all about how OnePlus changed itself and was the change needed. Hi, guys, we are Technolize. Let's get started. Before starting off, this video is divided into two parts. It's past versus present and the real problem. The journey started in 2014, where they debuted in the Indian smartphone market with the first ever phone, the OnePlus One, with a new category in itself called the flagship killer. In case you didn't know what a flagship killer is, it's basically a smartphone with a flagship chipset with some compromises at a very lower price than the real flagship. So the OnePlus One came with the Snapdragon 801, which was the latest and greatest at that time and was priced at Rs 19,000 and worked on Cyanogen mod as there was no Oxygen OS. The very next year they launched the OnePlus 2 with all the best specifications and was priced at Rs 24,000. This time there was a significant hike in its price, but people were ready to pay the extra sum since they were getting a high quality product, and with that OnePlus came up with their Oxygen OS, which later on became a major selling point of OnePlus. So this was clear that people were ready to pay the extra sum as long as they get something new and good. Each year their prices were gradually increasing, but things remained more or less the same for OnePlus till the 7 series. By this time they had crossed the 40,000 mark, and that was the end of original OnePlus. Then they launched the OnePlus 8 series, where things started getting worse and had already crossed the 50,000 price mark. We get to see steep rise in the price, but the product wasn't great. And here the originality of OnePlus started falling. Now if you're thinking that it may be a one-time failure, then what about the latest 9 series? This time they made an incomplete flagship. The only reason for calling it incomplete are the cameras, and not to mention that from the beginning, cameras are something which they're lagging behind. So to improve things this time, they made a partnership with a famous Swedish camera maker company called the Hasselblad, who makes one of the best and costliest cameras in the world. So OnePlus paid Hasselblad $150 million for a 3-year partnership, where OnePlus claimed that they would be designing special custom camera hardware in the future. But just for now, they are using Hasselblad as a branding. Although there are no actual improvement in the camera department, and due to these expenses, the prices are shooting up when compared to the previous generations. It's very evident that now OnePlus is trying to compete with the big boys out there in the market, that is Samsung and Apple. But OnePlus will not be able to take over them, lies in the real problem, which is the last part of the video. But before we proceed, there's a thing that needs to be understood. It all started as an enthusiast brand, and now it's getting established and taking the shape of a proper company. But the bitter truth is that one day, every enthusiast brand is going to betray their loyal fans, because at the end of the day, it's all the business and profits that matter. This might be a reason for Carl Pei, the co-founder of OnePlus, to leave the company. So quickly moving on to the next part, the real problem. OnePlus have stopped making phones in the 30 to 40,000 segment, where they used to be the real kings. The main problem lies in the fact that OnePlus needs to understand that India has a very price sensitive market, and majority of the buyers are mid-rangers and upper mid-rangers. In the past, OnePlus created history in that particular upper mid-range market. So now people will accept them only if they can remain in that segment. Generally, in a country like India, when people are ready to pay 50,000 or more, majority of them head towards the bigger companies like Apple or Samsung, simply because not only are they worldwide recognized, but also have a much better brand image when compared to OnePlus. So guys, this is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.